Tom Cruise is trying to save cinema again by putting his body on the line. Let's talk about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I've been a big Mission Impossible fan ever since the fourth one, which was the first movie I've seen in the franchise. Don't worry, I've seen the rest of them, but it became a film that I really got excited to go watch theatrically over and over again every time there was a new one announced. And Dead Reckoning was the film that really revitalized my love for the franchise again, because I did appreciate the fifth and the sixth one, but Dead Reckoning just brought back a lot of the excitement, and the way it ended, it really made me excited for this final film. And I have to say, in terms of the stunts and the direction and the choreography, this movie delivers. It has some of the most exciting, adrenaline-filled, edge of your seat set pieces. There's this amazing airplane sequence that has you at the edge of your seat and kind of holding your breath. And same thing with this really intense submarine sequence that I don't know how they were able to do. But not just with those really big set pieces, there are some really well edited fight choreographies, positions that they kind of like edit really well together and have really great character moments. I do appreciate a lot of the throwbacks. This movie is really dependent on having seen at least the very first film and of course the seventh one, but it does do a lot of throwbacks and callbacks to the franchise and things that they've set up and kind of make it come full circle. And that's something I appreciate for a franchise that's been going on for so long and each movie kind of feeling like its own standalone film. I do like how it kind of ties everything kind of together and makes it one cohesive series. Having said that, I don't think I was a huge fan of the plot points of this film because it was this really grandiose, very serious take on the end of the world. And in that sense, it did kind of lose a lot of its like fun and charm and character moments that I really appreciated from the franchise, where the team kind of comes together and you have these really cool edge of your seat scenarios. And not to say that there weren't these moments, it was just like commentary on like AI kind of taking over the world. It just felt too grand for a Mission Impossible film, and it kind of made it a savior movie and a chosen one movie. Ethan Hunt is like the hero at the end of the day, but he's not the chosen one. It's not destiny. It's not predetermined, and that's kind of what this film went with as its final storyline, and I don't know if I like that. But having said that, there are some like really corny and cheesy moments that I do appreciate about this film. But again, I just couldn't get behind that plot point of this all-encompassing AI that's going to control the world and take over. It was a little too much sci-fi for what Mission Impossible is. It's supposed to be kind of this like fantasy and made-up tech, but they went in a direction that's kind of more theological, and it just kind of became kind of silly to me. But again, the set pieces are great. There are some really breathtaking action sequences, especially the two main set pieces in this film. Overall, it's a movie for mostly Mission Impossible fans. If you haven't been behind the franchise, you're not going to fall in love with this one because it does a lot of throwbacks to the original films. It is a little bit more somber and serious than the rest of the franchise, but I do think it's still a really good movie overall. So I'm going to give it a half a point just for how amazing the set pieces were.